So hopefully you don't die, but we'll... Okay. Yeah, quit the game. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the glorious OverAnalyzed, the most intense Overwatch coaching series there is. It's beautiful. All right, today, yeah, we've created a monster, ladies and gentlemen. This is a Widowmaker player that you guys may have remembered from a previous OverAnalyzed in gold. However, we have created a Widow which now plays in Master and a Widow which would like to be in GM. So this is going to be, well, frankly, I apologize for what has been created here. Now, this person has actually put together a really nice little sort of edited intro to their OverAnalyzed, which shows the OverAnalyzed from before and then goes into their new submission. So we'll get onto that. So this is what they say. Hey, Sty. So I basically made a new account after I climbed my old one into Diamond. That was the gold one. So got gold to Diamond pretty good. I wanted an MMR reset and I placed in high diamond and then I continued to play and I climbed into masters. So basically what this player is looking to do is get into GM, but he's not really sure what to do, but does say they are literally a one trick Widow main and claim to be hard stuck. So question is, can you get into GM being a one trick? And have we created a monster? I think we probably have. All right, guys. I'm gonna be quiet and we're just gonna listen to this because this is really cool and kind of jog our memory about the skill level of this player. So this is what I'm saying, like you are good, right? But you just make these little strange mistakes. Like if we just go back, like I'm saying pop infrasight here, because what I'd be looking to do, right? I know I've got infrasight, I'm gonna take this shot, May's dead, infrasight, yeah? Then we go forward, now infrasight's on. Now we just do whatever we're doing. This is good, kill Hog while he's ulting. Getting pressured by Winston. That is a huge kill. That is a really huge kill. I think your reaction to the pressure from Winston is fine because we don't have grapple, so we just have to drop down. Totally fine. Okay, all right. So that Widowmaker play, that probably jogged your memory, guys, because I remember this one. Obviously, it was on Numbani, and this Widow had really good aim, but was kind of just taking up strange positions, maybe not the best positions that they should have been taking, which can translate into having a really bad time when you play Overwatch, because you can have phenomenal aim, but you can just still have no brain, and you can really suffer. The thing I'm worrying about here is if, as you say, you are a Widow one trick, that's going to be a big problem because we can't just play Widow all of the time. There will be games where we'll have to swap the Widow, and that'll be a problem. And that could be you've reached your theoretical limit of Widowmaker. All right, so like the player said, they've started a new account. They're now in Master. It's cool. Let's go forward a little bit and see what we end up with. So we're on Rialto defense. Actually, really good first point for Widow. See, this is what we're going to focus on a lot. Actually, let's go in depth. What we're going to focus on a lot here is it's not so much like mechanical skill. Like your mechanical skill with Widow, I think is totally fine. Yeah, it's about what's your positioning going to be like. Is your positioning going to be good? Right. What about your is Widow going to be a good pick on this certain point? Is Widow a good pick against whatever the enemy comp have got? Does the enemy have a Widow? Right? How are we going to play around that? Can we, how do we use that infrasight? Because I remember your usage of the ultimate wasn't particularly great, I remember last time. I think you saved it for a fairly long time, if I remember right. Anyway, let's get stuck into it. So, team comp is interesting. At least we've got two healers and the Narissa, so I'm kind of okay, right? Two healers and the Narissa, whatever. I'm cool with that. I mean, the Doomfist can be really good on this first point. The Hammond is sort of like... I'll say right now, if you look at this team comp, this needs to change, right? This at this level of the game, that needs to change because this Hammond is actually doing nothing, right? This should be either a Diva... It should be a Roadhog, really, but it should either be a Diva, a Roadhog, or a Zarya on the outside chance. But I'd say that absolutely should be a Hog, just because we've got this combo going there. But it's not, it's a Ball. Ball is like, ugh. I mean, he can still be okay, but he's not going to be as effective. It's going to come down to, are you going to be able to carry effectively? Because then Ball, it doesn't really matter what he's doing if the enemy are dying, right? Okay, so first things first, I think you had problems with Widow Mine as well. So we throw our Widow Mine out, but let's just take a look where you threw the Widow Mine. So remember, if you want to get to GM, this is where you have to be really proficient in your hero and think all the times about maximizing your impact on the game. The plan has to be really strong. So this OverAnalyzed is not necessarily going to focus on little minute mechanical kind of things like that, which generally we do for lower level OverAnalyzed. This is going to focus on what is the plan, because we know you can aim. We've seen that before in your old video. And it should have just got better over time. So think about where we throw this. So we just literally throw it all at like what? Straight into the open. They'll come out their spawn and destroy it. We won't get any ultimate charge off that. We won't get any vision off it unless the other team are absolutely blind, yeah? What we could have done is put it right on the wall by their spawn, and as they walked out, it would have detonated on them. We could have easily done that and grappled back. What did I say? Destroyed. Okay, so we should think about maybe putting another one down here. I don't mind looking out here. Okay, they're Widow bad. You see that there? That is like a mentally good flick shot, but that Widow should not have been standing there. A good Widow, what they would be doing, right, is they may peek here, they may peek there, but they'll be looking at you because they're expecting a Widow or something on the enemy team. They would not be standing where that one was, which was here, and looking down here and not actually looking at you. That is bad Widow play, so better Widows will look out for you, right? That's just not great. All right, so good reactions there. We kind of get away from the pull. Doomfist is just doing whatever. He's got 2 kills. We call it's fine, whatever. And we're backing up. Now, the reason why this point is super good for Widow is because there's a long sight signs. There. Lines of sight. There we go. So you can back off and really see like the whole fight as it's breaking out here. Okay, so we're going to take the high ground again. We still haven't deployed our Widow mine, but this is cool because we're engaged in a Widow duel. She's actually won, so we should be able to kill her. Nice. She did have the Discord orb on her, but I think that was a headshot, so we killed her anyway. So our whole thing here right now is when there's a Widow on the enemy team, we've absolutely got to make sure we body that Widow because when she's dead, and when we, or even if she's not dead, but if we know where she is, we can play around her because the massive thing Widowmaker players need to get into their head is this. It's rotation, right? That is what you have to think about all of the time. You rotate Widow around, you move into a better position. You're constantly moving around, right? I think I've shown this in other OverAnalyzed. I can't remember drawing this, but you have to think about rotation. Where should we be? Where's the enemy? How can we get into a better position? How can we use line of sight? Are we exposed ourselves? Do we have infrasight ready? If there's an enemy Widow, will they have infrasight? Will we keep ours to counter theirs? Loads of stuff, right? Anyway, right now we've killed their Widow. This means we can do whatever we like, right? So we disengage from that. You see, mechanical sound, absolutely sound. So I take up a position further back here. Yeah, we can stand behind the shield. That's fine. All right, trying to destroy the drone. Now think, who is coming back from spawn? Widow. So we need to be aware, right? Because she's probably going to try and look for us. And all these shots we're firing off, we're giving away our position, yeah? Now, it would be difficult for Widow to access us from here. I say that, I can see her. So, Widow is there, right? So, we are literally... This is what I like to call the Hanzo kill zone, yeah? Because you're standing in the place where everybody expects everybody to be standing, right? If that was a Hanzo down there, it would be firing arrows straight at us, and one of them could kill us, right? So, do we really want to be here? Especially when there's high ground, like, behind... oh, God. Yeah, especially when there's like high ground behind us over there that maybe we could be standing on, or we could be off to the side, or we could be behind this Orisa barrier, yeah, where we're safe. Instead, we're highly exposed here. Now, it's going to take a good shot off that Widow to kill you, but still, this isn't really playing the percentages. If you die, right, I always say the worst thing to do in the game is die. But it is doubly bad if you are Widow against a Widow and then you die. Because then you're dead, you're doing nothing, and that Widow has got free reign because you're not there to keep her in check, yeah? So hopefully you don't die, but we'll... Okay, yeah, quit the game. Oh, man. What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Or turn the volume off. Like, you know, as I'm like, what? I'm going to have to go back and edit this now, probably. I'll forget, ladies and gentlemen. Anyway, we're dead because of the reasons I just outlined. We took a really dodgy position and we got punished for it. We should not have been there. All right, so now we've got a good position. We can just farm. Good. We've seen the Widow.
Widow left side.
Now, I'm going to say you didn't really need your infrasight there, but I don't mind you using infrasight, right? At least you're using it, so whatever. We knew Widow was up there, so we could have kept her in there. And we're going forward. Nice aggressive position. Now here, we can just stay here. There is no reason for us to go anywhere else. But what I will say is we've just smacked the Widow. So you just have to, like, look, be like Spock, right? Logical. Just think logical, right? All the time. Think, okay, I have killed their Widow again. I now have free reign. Our team have won the fight, so we're taking up good advanced positions. Our position right now is good. My next thought is, okay, we've got infrasight. I can see where the enemy are. That's cool. But what I need to think about now is where will the enemy Widow re-engage from? Yeah, she's dead right now. She isn't going to be back for maybe 20 seconds or so. Where's she going to come from? She could come from here. She could grapple shot there. She could come from low there. She could grapple shot there. I think she can grapple shot over there. She could, in theory, run all the way around the side, but we wouldn't expect to see that. This and that is what we need to be aware of, where Widow could come back from. So now we're like, okay, that's where Widow's going to come from. I can just keep looking around. I can keep trying to get kills. All right, I fired off my nade. Yeah, that Widow mine might not be too bad, actually. The other thing with the Widow mine is what I'd like you to do is maybe press tab a bit more. Everybody would benefit through pressing tab a bit more or bringing up the score screen, because if they suddenly got a Sombra now, or they've got like a Widow, a Tracer, something which could flank, or a Genji, for example, it might be better off you putting that behind you in case you do get flanked, because it will give you advanced warning. But, whatever. I'm still, it's like, that's just a minor gripe. Okay, so we're minimizing. Okay, this actually is another really interesting point. What you're doing here is you're showing to me that you play Counter-Strike, basically, right? You're minimizing the angles. You're basically playing the angles quite a lot. So a lot of really high-level Widows, sniper players, professional players, they will a lot of their time dedicate it to manipulating the angles. So what this does is it makes it harder for you to hit, but you obviously see less of the enemy team. But if your reactions are there, you'll get the shot. So when you're minimizing the angles here, we're really safe, right? So nothing can really get us from there. Here we can fire through there. We can maybe get a shot through there. We need to be careful if somebody grapple shots up there. Maybe somebody goes there. But we're kind of okay, right? We're in a nice, safe position. We're playing the angles. It's great. We're minimizing them. It's really cool, right? Good stuff. Okay, yeah, we've seen somebody edged out. Bit of Narissa. Now, this is where I worry, right? Because now is sort of the time for Widowmaker to make a return. Where will she come from? Will she come from, like, directly in front of us, to the side? I don't know. But do we really want to be standing out in the open as this happens? So actually destroyed our Widow Mine again. So maybe we could get the Widow Mine down. Okay, Diva. Really random. Okay, so there's the Widow, right? This is what happens at this level of the game. Widows will try these cheeky, like, grapple shots out of nowhere, and it can really catch you off guard. Right now, actually, she's got us, yeah? Like, in this duel, she has absolutely got us, because she's looking at us there. We're out in the open, effectively. I mean, we're standing on the high ground, but we're out in the open. She's got a shot at us here. I'm worried.
What?
Yeah, I was worried there, but she missed. But that was really cheeky. All right, so we're going to drop down onto the low ground. I don't like this move. Like, I really don't like this move, because what we're doing is we're walking into line of sight of all of this mess here, which is really, really weird. We know the Widow's over there. We could have stayed on our high ground and just played against the Widow. Like, don't be afraid of having a straight-up 1v1 with the Widow, right? It doesn't matter what's going on with the rest of the team. I mean, it does, obviously, but you need to kill her, then destroy the enemy team. That's what I'd be looking to do all the time. Okay, so we've dropped down. I don't like this. We've given up our position here. We're taking damage. We're now trapped in the corner with no health. We are getting healed. We really need to get out of here. Spamming the shield. Right, so this, again, is not good, because we're spamming the shield here. We know the Widow is over there somewhere, or last seen she was in that direction. By us shooting this, we're giving away a massive, like, what are they called? Why have I forgot what they're called? Like, what's it called? The trail. What's it called? Oh, my God. The tracer, that's it. Like, a massive tracer shot is going over here. Big red beam. And they're like, oh, that's where the Widow is. So she can then play around you. Maybe she pops up here in this window. Maybe she grapple shots up here because she's ran around the side. There's loads of stuff that could go on, right? And you've got to be aware of that all the time. Yeah, so we need to get out of here, really. We need to reset back to our Arista barrier, or just get onto the high ground.
Change to Widow, Genji.
I think they just said the Widow changed to a Genji. Oh, we need to get away from that. Okay. Well, we don't know. Well, there is a Genji there now, but we only know that because our McCree told us. We didn't really look. Okay, take the high ground. Uh-oh. Actually, we can... Oh. That actually was a pretty nice nano there. I don't think you killed him, but that was a fairly nice nano off Anna there, just to keep him alive. But we can back off, right? Yeah, we can back off. We can pop it in for a sight. Because, like, here, we're so safe. Like, there are so many options for us here to just do whatever the hell we like, yeah? We're not going to die. Nothing is ever going to get us in the back line. There's no way... Well, they don't have a Widow anymore, so how are they going to instantly kill us? They're just not. We can sit here and just farm away. Unless we shoot a deflecting Genji. Okay, and we reset back to the high ground. This is totally fine play. But this is what you're good at, right? Fine, we can just sit here and farm them. Yeah. I mean, I'm happy. I'm happy with this. It's fine. We can just sit here. So long as our team stay here and want to actually press the issue from this position, it's fine for us to sit here and just farm away. Because, like, nothing is contesting us here. The enemy team have just... Their Widow, you've basically beat their Widow. So the Widow swapped. Probably their team's flamed the hell out of the Widow. Generally happens quite a lot. It also happens to Sombra players, which is kind of funny because Sombra's, like, literally the most OP hero in the game right now, but whatever. Yeah, this is fine, right? Nothing can put pressure on you. Kill the turret, though. Yeah. We can just farm away. It's beautiful. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Just do Widow things. Yeah, fine. The only thing that could really kill us would be Torb random Rivet Bolt to our head. But, I mean... Or Zen maybe has a go at us. One thing you could have done there is waited for the Orisa Halt. Again, it's only a minor thing, but you could see the Halt going in. It would have been a guaranteed headshot. It doesn't matter because you've killed Orisa anyway. So it's just this. This now is like the enemy team are probably tilting their brains out. Honestly, for them to get out of their spawn, they should probably swap the Orisa to a Reinhardt. See, that's unlucky. That's actually unlucky there. We should not have died here. What happened there? I think we got it with Torb. So I'm going on about, oh yeah, they should bring in a Reinhardt just so they've got a good barrier to run forward, probably. And then they'll die on the bridge, whatever. Okay, so we destroy the turret. We take a hit. We move over here. And then Torb absolutely bodies us. Maybe you show us the kill cam. No, you don't. All right, well, the only thing I can say with that is we did move from the left window to the right window, and it was very clear that we were doing that. Like, we super telegraphed that. What we could have done is moved into, as if we were going to the right, then gone back to the left and took another shot. Instead, we carried on running across, and Torb just seems to have fired across and killed us. Whatever. But that will happen, though, because Torb's like Hanzo, right? When he's firing that primary fire off, a couple of headshots and you're dead. So one of the things now is we could take the high ground position, but actually this low ground position is kind of okay because we do have our Orisa barrier keeping us nice and safe. But it means that it's going to be hard for us to get access to the enemy players. Now, there are some things you can do. If you watched recently the Dallas Fuel game against NYXL, Taimu played. Been a long time since Taimu has played on the Overwatch League stage, but he's a very aggressive Widow player. Like, he will make mad things, like he will do stuff which is super aggressive. So he'll go for crazy trick shots. He'll try and flank around the side. Like, the only reason I'm saying this now is because at the far left-hand side here of the screen, there is that wall you can jump over, isn't there? Well, you could actually run up there, do a Widow trick shot in the air. Maybe you could get one of their supports lingering at the back. Or maybe you could just go totally over the wall, sit there, poke around the back and shoot somebody in the back, then grapple back over the wall. So there's all these cheesy things you can do with Widow. Do I condone doing it? I don't know. If you feel like you're having a good game, go for it, right? But it is risky because you would be highly isolated. Same with the things like going for trick shots and firing against the enemy spawn. You see it a lot on Iconvold. After the attackers capture the first point, Widow players will like grapple up from the castle and fire down into their spawn as they come through to try and push the payload. So yeah. Alright, so I mean, look at that. It's a nice shot. These are nice shots. You seem to have a mixture of like track shots and flick shots. I like it. It's cool. Your sense is great. Everything's fine. We generally take decent positions. We've just made like a couple of not so great moves when it comes to basically positioning again, which has caused us to die a few times. And we didn't really respect their Widow too much. But like now, we're just going to sit there and farm them as they come through. Right? We're getting free ult charge. It's chill. But they do know we're there, so we need to be careful. Yeah, okay. I was going to say, it'd be nice if we got healed. So one thing here, right? Look at the enemy team comp. Again, press tab a bit more. Don't just press it when you die. We know they've got a Junkrat. Junkrat's going to have his ultimate at some point. We need to shoot that, or we need to kill it. That's our job when it comes in. Do we really want to be with the team here? Especially when we could be on the high ground. If you're going to do what I think you're going to do, I like it. Yeah, when we should be up here, right? We should totally go up there and just get on with... Or up there, whatever. It's fine. Just sit on the high ground and just hit them from a different angle. Because clumping together in Overwatch, not the best strat, right? Especially with ultimates that can just kill everyone. Okay, we need to be careful of that Hanzo. So, the way I like to deal with Hanzo when I play Widow is very much, I'm just peeking, taking a shot, then I'm relocating. Again, it comes back to rotation. I don't want to keep playing the same angle over and over again. Because, like, he's just going to keep spamming and we're going to die. All right, so they're investing ultimates here. 3 ultimates have gone in. I can see Bongo. I can see Torb. I can see Orisa. I can see, Diva. We're dead, right? We either just stay here and try and get ult charge, or we just disengage. We're dead. It's a shame about our Zen using his ult there. Don't know why he did that, but that's unlucky. I mean, maybe you just did it in response to all their ults getting used, so fine. And you could argue there isn't really anything else for Zen to use it against. Although, their Junkrat changed. So their Junkrat changed to the Hanzo, right? So this is why you've got to press tab more often. So this Junkrat has changed to the Hanzo. All right, whatever. This Torb has killed us once with his crap spam. This guy could spam us as well. Yeah, we know they've used this ultimate. They've used that ultimate. They've used that ultimate. This ultimate won't be ready because, well, he's just been selected. Possibly got Zen. Possibly got this. And we've actually got a Junkrat as well. So, yeah. The thing with Widow is we don't really need to worry too much about like who's got ultimates on our team to combo with, because we don't really combo with any. I mean, I guess we combo with damage boost ultimates like Bongo, you know, but it's not something you play around. It's not like, oh my god, Nano the Widow, for example, or whatever. I mean, you can do, but historically not a great idea. Especially because you can just instantly kill most of the hero roster if you get a headshot anyway when you're not Nano. All right, so think about getting our mine back down. Like, our mine has just been used. We could get it back down. Where could we put it, right? So we're not actually doing anything. So again, think of the plan. Could we stick it there? Could we stick it there? Could we stick it there? Yeah? Those are places where they're not going to see it before it's too late, and it detonates on them. Although it's not even at the checkpoint yet, but you never know. Pushing forward to take this high ground is great. Nice, slow advance. We get pulled. We disengage straight away. Totally fine. We drop down. Again, I like we can sit by the barrier. Okay, we got a problem because their barrier is down. We want to take the high ground again because our grapple's available. Take the high ground. Good job our Junkrat's killing everyone, because we're literally doing nothing right here. And we're missing a lot of shots. And we're still missing shots. We should have took the high ground earlier, and then we just would have had free reign. We could have fired above their shields. Right, but Junkrat's killed everyone, so we're okay.
Nice.
Alright, cool. Okay, let's jump forward. Hammond. Okay, what's this? It kept me on my toes. Making my priority. Yeah, but you kind of didn't, though. You should have focused more on what the Widow was doing, really. All right, let's take a look at what we're going to do on the attack here. So, okay, let's drop back. I think yeah, so it looks like, because we just jumped forward, you are going to slowly edge out, right? So we walk out slowly, checking, like, so where would we check, right? When we come out of this door, where are the places we're going to look first? Well, we check this first, yeah? So again, we need to minimize the angles better than we just did, because we sort of walked out a bit nonchalant, like, ha, ha, and then sort of waved our crosshair around a bit. No, we should have just, like, looked out a little bit so we could just see this. Then we edge around to maybe this area here, with a cursory check on the low ground, so we're nice and safe, and we know nobody's there. But because we sort of just YOLO'd it out, we're like, oh, it's safe, it's fine. Let's check the other side, it's fine. Okay, so we can just do whatever we like here. You can go this way, or you can go to the left. It's totally fine, right? I'm cool with this. This actually is a really nice position here. The enemy team, if they're not going to pay any kind of, pay you any respect here, they're just going to die. Our Hammond's going in. That looks like a Widow and a Mercy. So we've got a shot here. Nice. Also, sounds like your audio's become desynced, which is unlucky. That generally happens with shadow play when frame rates fluctuate. But it's okay. Alright, so, yeah. We killed their Widow. We go for little aerial trick shots. We win this fight. Like, there's no way we lose this fight. We're just going to literally walk up to them and kill them. Yeah, and kill Lucio. So yeah, it's a little bit off-putting because now we've lost the sync. But the thing is here, right? Widow can look massively dominating when a fight really breaks down, because when everybody's lost all their position, when they're not playing with their tanks, it's easy for Widow to just sit there and farm people. But it's the crucial first kills that were huge. The kill, we'll go back and watch this. The kill on the Mercy was huge, right? That flank, they didn't respect you. You walked around the side, you got the kill. I just wish you checked your angles a little bit better when you came out to spawn. Because remember, just don't die, right? So our next thing here is we're thinking about pushing forward, I guess. We get killed because we're not thinking about their Widow. We've always got to think about the Widow, haven't we? If we know there's a Widow, we've got to be really careful. Especially if the Widow died pretty early in the fight, she's going to be back and she can instantly kill us, right? Best counter to a Widow is a Widow most of the time. Unless, like, and this is the other thing I want to talk about, because you're saying to me you want to get to GM, and I'm trying my best here to break down your Widow play, which I think is good enough to do it. But if the enemy team decide to go like Winston Diva and just jump on you, or their Winston has got a massive hard-on to just kill you and he's just jumping on you over and over again, then
Left side,
you can't play Widow. You know what I mean? You're just going to die. So that then means you're throwing away rank. And that's where being a one-trick in Overwatch has a massive problem. Because there are other heroes you can play. You could play Soldier if you've got a good hit scan aim, which we know you've got. You could play Ashe maybe. At least you've got some chance to disengage there from the Winston, if that happens, yeah? And of course, there will be games where you'll miss all your shots, because that just happens to Widow players. But honestly, right now, this is fine. The enemy team is in such massive disarray. We look really more effective than we actually are, but this is fine because we just push forward and we punish, because we're just like, look, we're going to hit them. They're down. We'll just keep smashing them. We'll take them out, right? Who's the main focus here, though, right? We've got Infrasight up. We know we can still see there's a Widow, so we've got to be super careful, and we are looking for her, so I do like that. Yeah, she's just gone for a grapple shot. You could see she's gone for a grapple shot there. What happened? This is the fine lines with Widow play, right? It's super fine. Right, we're looking down here. Watch. I'm pausing it. Right. Watch. There she is. Did you see her? I seen her. She moved from there in a very unnatural way. That means she's grappling. That means we've got to, she's probably going for a grapple shot, and we're still looking around here. She's actually now above. See her? Did you see her? There she is, look. And then she takes a beautiful shot and blows our brains out, and we're dead. Oh dear. So, it's unlucky, but it looks like we're still winning this fight. Nano boosted ball. I don't know, actually. That Torval could be pretty good. No, he's dead. We win that fight easy. All right, think about where we could go, right? Think about what we can do and what we should do. Do we want to run into this position here? Probably not, because, there's Torb juice everywhere. We don't like that. But over here, maybe not. What I'd do is I'd go over here and I'd grapple shot up there and just try and shoot one of them by this, as they're coming back down. I mean, it's not by their spawn, but you get what I'm saying. We'll be able to get that cheeky shot. If not, I'd go over here inside this building. So, sort of take the high ground there, take a little cheeky shot down there. That's what I'd do, right? That's my play. Not to run back to the team. That's not my play. Okay, so that... Well, I mean, at least we're using the Widow Mine, but... Alright, so walk back to the team. The Orisa is massively on her own there. She's dead.
Baby Divan with fellow.
Think about high ground. Maybe not when there's a Doomfist there, though. Yeah, Doomfist is another one. If Doomfist is coming for us, bad times for us. Okay, we've identified the Widow. We've got a headshot, nice body shot, follow-up. So again, your mechanics are fine, because you're, you went for the fully charged shot, then the rapid shot there straight after, just to get that little bit of extra damage. So you're playing well. It's I feel like you're a very good reactionary, brawling Widow. I just feel like you're making some, iffy decisions when it comes to positioning in relation to what the enemy players are doing to make sure you don't die. Because even though, and this is going to sound mega harsh, even though you've only got 5 deaths, right? 25 limbs is good, damage is fine, but I don't really care about damage as Widow. What I care about is eliminations, because you're killing people, and that's what I want to see. Accuracy, yeah, it's fine, whatever, it's fine. This, though, right, we could have probably got that down to 3 deaths in that game. Yeah. Now, you might say, well, that's a bit pedantic, Sty. What the hell? 5 deaths and 25 kills. That's, great. Yeah, it is. But there are moments if this Widow kills us, right, in a fight, and we're dead, what is our damage output from our team then? We've got Zen, we've got a bit of Orisa, we've got Junkrat. Well, I mean, this Widow is then just... It's probably not going to kill the Orisa because it's standing behind a shield. Maybe it kills the Ana, because Ana... I don't know, the shield gets destroyed or something. But it is a major problem if Widow dies. I think more so than any other DPS, when Widow gets killed, it's crushing to the team, because a massive, an absolute massive amount of effective kill potential is removed from the team. So you have to think all of the time, I do not want to die here. I really don't want to die. I need to make sure I stay alive. I need to make sure I know where the enemy Widow is. I need to make sure I'm always in a good position. I need to make sure I'm using line of sight correctly, make sure I'm using angles to minimize them. But I think you're capable of getting to GM. You've got the aim to do it. You have definitely got the aim. But I just think that maybe you're probably suffering from losses as a result of you're playing Widow into comps that you just can't play Widow, or you're playing Widow on maps maybe where she's not as good. Yeah? Because certain maps can be not great for Widow, right? Other maps can be awesome, yeah? Rialto, I think, is a pretty decent Widow map for the most part. Towards the final point, it's going to be difficult, but first point, second point, fantastic, massive line of sight. Just like Junkertown, massive lines of sight, fantastic map to play on. All right, guys, I've been Stylosa, and this has been OverAnalyzed, the glorious Overwatch coaching series. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, remember, you can follow you can send a clip in for consideration if you follow the instructions on the screen. And you can follow me on Twitter, which is @Stylosa, also @Stylosa on Instagram. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that because I really love making these. And I'll catch you on the next one. Toodaloo.